Greetings, and today we're going to present our video facility tour and photo facility tour on Taylor Center. I am Brandon.
I'm
I'm
Caleb.
I'm Tyler.
Firstly, I'll start off with a quick summary of Taylor Center. The address is 1651 Warren Street. It's in Mankato, Minnesota, and the website is as posted. And the director is Kevin Busman, and he has been directing the facility for a little over 5 years now, taking full control of it.
Some of the good design points we noticed were the art and the logo all over the court and on the bleachers. The MSU is a good touch that they added just to give recognition to the school. They also have the logo and the arena name on the floor, and they just have a list of Hall of Famers recognizing all the former athletes that had success at the school. And they also give recognition to the Mavericks Hoops Club members, so it's always good to shout those guys out.
Some other good design points are the banners around the arena. You got the All Americans on the left, got the two team pictures in the middle, the men's and women's. And then on the right, got a nice little celebrating Maverick success poster.
Another great design point the Taylor Center has is sponsor recognition all over the place. You look to one corner, there's gonna be sponsors. You look to another corner, there's gonna be some sponsors. It's great to get the sponsors recognized out there so they know that they were worth putting their investment into the arena.
For safety, they have as you notice, they see the yellow caution lines on the steps in case if somebody's looking down, and they have fire extinguishers all around the building, and they also have the AED in the front of the entrance, so it's well known, everybody knows it's there, and they have the water hose in case of a fire or anything like that, and they also have multiple exits to get out of the arena if any situation happens where it's needed.
Now to poor design points. The biggest thing that we saw was the scoreboard. We really thought that was outdated and definitely could be upgraded. In the middle, we got a broken water fountain. That's never good. And then for the third picture, yes, they have the safety precaution, the yellow lines, making sure that's there, but we just think that the step right there is not necessary. And then another poor design was the media sections. We thought they're just pretty plain and small, and there wasn't much to it. And then one thing we would change is the video board, as I talked about earlier. We would like to see some like they have in the hockey rink, like a jumbotron where you can do any type of promotions or have the score on there or whatever else they might like to do.
One idea we would take with us is the Johnson Alumni Room. It's just a cool VIP spot for people to watch the game. And they also have multiple sponsors on there. So that just gets money into their VIP room, and then they can get upgraded when they need to and all that.
I just want to touch on the parking slash commute aspect of the Taylor Center. There's plenty spots to park all around the facility to the left, right, and even in the middle. It's easy to get in, but the one problem is it's hard to get out. I've had personal experiences where like the exits are just very narrow. They start piling up. Traffic gets stuck on these traffic lights on the right side, and then it just gets it's a slow exit but a quick entrance. And walking there is pretty easy. I mean, you can't miss the arena. I mean, there's sidewalks guiding your way all the way to it.
Then they have the basketball court that can also be used as a volleyball court. And they have all the four tunnels around the arena at the bottom just so that there's ways to the locker rooms or any other rooms underneath, which would be like the maintenance room or other things like that.
And lastly, we're just going to go over some miscellaneous things that we found and I take pictures of and explain in the presentation. Firstly, are the bathrooms. There's four of them throughout the arena itself. Two men, two women. Um, the privacy is kind of limited in the men's restroom. I don't know about the women's. I assume it's probably better privacy with stalls and whatnot. But the plumbing in there is kind of poor. I mean, when you flush, water leaks occasionally. I've had experiences with that, and I've heard other complaints about that. But otherwise, the bathrooms they're serviceable. They definitely work. Another interesting, cool point we found was the map there helps new visitors figure out where they need to go to get stuff and where they need to go to sit down and whatnot. And then there's two concession stands like that, one on each side of the arena. have variety of snacks and drinks and whatnot. And then lastly, an electrical panel that can keep care of any quick little mistakes that happen or electricity problems. Lastly, we all want to go over one thing we learned on the tour, and I would say that one thing I learned is that there's never enough safety precautions. I mean, there's fire extinguishers everywhere, exit doors everywhere. I mean, 2 AEDs. I mean, you can't have enough safety precautions coming to the arena. You want to limit as many injuries as possible when it comes to stuff like this.
Yeah, and one thing I learned is that just how many sponsors they had there. Like Brandon said, they're everywhere you look. You're looking at one spot, there's a sponsor, multiple sponsors everywhere, up on the scoreboard and on the around the bleachers, and
And then lastly, the thing I learned is just how much the Taylor Center wants to recognize their former athletes and players, whether it's the banners or the Hall of Fame Club or the Johnson Alumni Room. But thank you for watching our video tour. Have a good day now.